This time on Motor Week, fill her up at home.
Motor Week, television's original automotive magazine. Your host for Motor Week, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome to Motor Week's Energy Smart Fuels and Vehicles Update for 2005. This time we're featuring a special look at home refueling. Ask most folks about energy independence and they'll rightly assume you're talking about reducing America's use of imported oil. But for a growing number of alternative energy consumers, energy independence means freedom from the local gas station too. Meet Phil. No, not the guy in the driveway. That's Dan. Phil is in the garage. Still don't see it? Look on the wall. Phil is a natural gas vehicle refueling appliance, and it's the brainchild of Fuelmaker, a small company with big ideas.
The vehicle refueling appliance, Phil with the VRA, takes gas from your home gas line at low pressure, compresses it, pumps it straight into the vehicle, up to 3,600 pounds per square inch, with no storage involved at all, other than in the vehicle.
In their small Toronto factory, Fuelmaker has been building natural gas vehicle refueling equipment for commercial use since 1992. Phil is essentially a scaled-down version tailored to the needs of the home user. Fuelmaker's products can be used with any natural gas vehicle, but Phil was developed in partnership with Honda, maker of the natural gas-powered Civic GX.
We've been selling fleet vehicles for 7 years now, and we have lots of background and lots of understanding how the car works in the marketplace, and it's worked out extremely well for us, and that gives us the confidence to go on to retail sales now.
As with other clean alternative fuels, the environmental benefits of CNG are easy to see, but gaining mainstream acceptance requires the infrastructure for convenient refueling. There are only about 800 public CNG fueling stations in the U.S., so Honda and Fuelmaker are betting that consumers will embrace the convenience of home refueling. One of the earliest to take the plunge was Dan Baker of Chandler, Arizona. Dan and his wife Dawn bought 2 Civic GXs to use in their daily commutes just so they could refuel at home.
The dealer was the first one that told us about a home fill unit and that they were available and that this fill unit was going to be coming out and you could fill at home and not have to go to a commercial site and just do it overnight in your garage.
One of the big things with this car was the time we could save in travel. I worked 35 miles away and my job had moved, so we wanted to find a quicker way to get home and back. And with the natural gas car in Arizona, you can ride in the HOV lane. So this is huge for our family and time.
So we figured it cost $1.10, $1.11 for natural gas, whereas a local gas station is a $2.25, $2.30 for gasoline. So the house gets charged at its own rate, and now we have a second bill on the second meter for the fill station.
We each take turns using the fuel station, basically. So if Dan fills up tonight, I fill up tomorrow night. So when we come home, we pretty much know what side of the garage to park in so that we fill up our car.
Of course, one of Dan's primary concerns was the safety of his family. The idea of compressing natural gas in your garage may seem daunting, but Phil is certified as a home appliance, so it's every bit as safe as a gas oven, clothes dryer, or hot water heater.
Safety is a prime concern. We have to make sure that this thing is foolproof and that there are no accidents, and that's part of the certification that we get for an appliance. The Department of Energy in the U.S. have been very helpful because they too want to ensure that this thing is very safe for obvious reasons. They have contracted with NREL to do a complete safety audit and study of not only Phil, but Phil and the vehicle fueling the whole process inside your garage. NREL was a big help to Fuelmaker because during the process of doing the design and looking at all the safety aspects, NREL worked with our engineering people, a very positive relationship, made some suggestions saying, you know, you could do this instead of that, which we've accepted, built into the design, and the end result is what we believe and NREL believes is an extremely safe machine.
So while Dan and his family go about their normal daily routines, they're not worried about Phil, humming away in the garage, safely refilling their cars with clean natural gas. In the morning, it's off to work for the Bakers while Phil gets the day off. Now, if they could only teach Phil to clean your house while you're away,